Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is the Community Pod, and I am your host, Lester Class. Each and every episode is going to be filled with amazing stories from amazing people. You will hear the different journeys people went through, or are still going through, to be able to do what they love. From the failures to the successes and everything in between. This is a place to get to know the person behind their passion, because people only get to see the successes and not what it took to get there. If this is your first time tuning in, please subscribe and leave a review if you love the content. Now finally, I would love to welcome you to the Community Pod. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Community Pod. I'm your host, Mr. Class, and I just want to introduce LG Malique, who's in the building from Arkansas. What's going on?
What's good with you?
I appreciate you coming, bro. So would you be able to tell the people what it is that you do?
I make music.
You make music?
Yeah, melodic music.
Melodic?
Yeah.
All right, so we could basically start off with where is it that you found your passion for making music?
I don't know. I don't know where it started. I just always did it. I really don't even remember myself not doing it. Like, even as a kid, I used to always just dance or sing. Like, I always did it. I don't know where it started. I always did it.
So you lived in Arkansas. Where specifically, if that's cool?
Blytheville.
Blytheville?
Yep.
That's how you pronounce it?
Blytheville.
Blytheville?
It's Blytheville, but we call it Blytheville.
Got you.
Yeah.
And what was life like growing up for yourself?
I was in an environment where you had to adapt to it. So, whatever it was that I was seeing, we was being catered to, going to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I moved from there like when I was 15, so I ain't really get that whole side.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't really take over me. You know how it did some of my friends and shit.
Got you.
Yeah.
And what does it feel like, if you don't mind me asking, what does it feel like to see that the environment took over some of the people that you cared about?
It's crazy because I was just in Def Jam building the other day, and I was talking to this dude. This dude, he was like 50 years old. I swear to God, he looked like 30, bruh. And he was telling me he had a son my age and shit. And he said, like, him growing up, he was in the same city my homie moved to. He moved to a different city. Like, so I moved out of Blytheville like when I was 15, and he moved. My best friend moved to North Carolina, but that's like he moved to the hood of it.
Mm-hmm.
And just to see like how we turned out was crazy because like, he got like 8 years now. And the dude was telling me like, we was just talking, bro. We was just talking. He was telling me they had the same life over there, and it's just crazy like how I turned out because when I went to Oklahoma, it was way nicer. Like everything was nice. It wasn't really no hood.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't had to tote no gun or, act a certain way to live. But in Blytheville, you had to adapt or you was going to get ran over.
Mm-hmm. So I always feel like, because I can attest or I can relate to what you're saying, because I've had people where I wish they would have taken a different path, but you also have to come within yourself to be able to say that that's out of my control.
Facts.
That you can't say that I wish I could have, or like, because we can say we wish all the time, but it's just gonna be something that's gonna be holding you back a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that?
What you mean with holding you back?
I mean, like, when you are thinking about things that are out of your control, right? Or things that
like
you wish,
like helping my homie and shit like that?
Yeah, helping your homie, or helping your homie.
Yeah, nah, that's it. That shit used to like I used to get real emotional about that shit. Like if one day, you ever meet my mama, she'll tell you like I was always that friend. I was that friend who brought in other friends. So if I seen one of my friends was going through it, I literally say, Mama, he moving in with us. Like, I can't see him go through it. So shit like that. And all my friends, when I left Blytheville, everybody used to hit me like, yo, I want to go to Oklahoma with you, man. I want to be with y'all. My mama be down to do it, but it was just too many. So, we could only take, I think she had like 2 at a time. We was taking like 2 people. She was taking care of them because she had a good paying job. That's before we fell off, but she had a good paying job, and we was taking care of everybody. And then I remember one time I went down there like Christmas. One of my homies was like, yo, I want to go down there. And I swear like the next week he had died.
Wow.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
And
he was asking me.
I just find that crazy because, one, you had a supporting mother who was willing not only take care of you, but take care of the people that you cared about.
Facts.
And a lot of parents really don't. if they're not their responsibility or they didn't,
they don't even want to take it on.
Exactly.
Nah, we always take in people with open arms, and she treated them like, one of us for real. Sometimes better, because it's really like she didn't have no favor. She really took in somebody like, you my child now.
And what does it feel like to be able to say or like know that you were the person or you are the person that you are, where you are caring and you would put people before yourself?
I just hope like they'll do the same in return. That's it.
Gotcha.
I just hope people do the same in return.
And what makes you feel like, or what do you feel like is it that made you like that?
Cause growing up, like, our family, like, we had like the top drug dealers. So my life, like, before we like went dead broke, like we was actually like one of the wealthiest people in the hood. So like I was always giving out food to my friends across the street when we was like 6, 7 years old. We was always giving them food. She used to always tell us, stop giving away our food. But we had so much, and I go in their crib, they ain't got nothing. So it started like just me seeing how we live and how other people live, like, shit like this. So I was at that point, I'm like, we got it. Why not? Why we can't give it to them? Yeah. So it started like at a young age.
So you at a young age, you had a lot of appreciation for what you had.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of the kids nowadays, they don't appreciate the things that they do have.
Nah, we appreciate it. I gave this shit away.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Like, here, you can have a yogurt too. That's one of the main things I used to give away.
Yogurts?
Yoga. They always wanted my yogurt. Oh, God.
Got you. And what does it feel like, just before we get into everything that you've been able to accomplish, right? What does it feel like to look back and know that you've been able to do things maybe you didn't even believe that you could do, or that maybe the area that you were in, maybe at one time in your own mindset?
Doubtful. It was real doubtful. You talking about like making it like kind of out a little bit? Yeah. It's 50-50. I don't really. It's just 50-50 because like at the same time you knew, but then it's like it could have went any way. You know what I'm saying? But it don't really click to somebody around me or say like, yo, we came far. Like, shit, Chris just reminded me, like, nigga, a year ago, we weren't having, like, no motion. He was like, within a year, you on tour. Imagine next year. And I'd be thinking about that now, like, damn, it is. We have been putting in a lot of work.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it really don't click until somebody around me tell me.
And how do you deal with, like, those moments, like last year? Because from someone going through the experience, where it is I don't want to say downtime, but nothing's really going on for me right now, right?
I just say, like, you read?
I don't read.
If you read, you got to read, like, this book called Atomic Habits. It'll tell you, like, it's like a graph that's stuck in my head. It's like a chart that go like this. It start like this so long, and then it go like this. So that 1%, like this 1%, it gonna keep adding up. So whether or not you not seeing, I can still, you got passion though, cause like you said ain't nothing going on for you, but you still do it. So you definitely gonna make it out. But it's just like you just gotta believe in the process. It's just sometimes you don't see what God doing behind the scenes. You just gotta trust it, and you just gotta play your part. That's all I can say. You just gotta play your part. Cause we didn't know, like, when we was doing them 15-hour sessions, we had, like, no motion. We was just doing 15-hour sessions, making all them songs, and then it ain't happened till, like, a year later where one of them got placed on Madden, one of them hit 2 million views. I go on tour, then I get the song with Toosii and shit like that. Like, we just starting to, what's that called when they say you reap the fruits of your labor? Yeah, like, we just starting to do that. It's just happening.
Got you.
Yeah.
And I feel like with one, I want to say, I said it off camera, I'll say it on camera. Congratulations with all your success, because, I know what it's like with that period of time where it's just you're in your head, you're thinking that, is this working?
Shit ain't working. Yeah. Should I stop or should I change lanes? Yeah, no, for sure. I appreciate it. Though.
And you stuck it down, and look, like you said, you had that feature with Toosii. You also were just on tour with NoCap
and Lil Poppa.
And then you also, before that, your song is on Madden 24.
Yep.
I know I'm missing. Well, you're with Def Jam with Demon Time. What does that feel like to just be like, I did it, or I'm doing it? Because I don't feel like you did it yet. Because to say you did it, you accomplished everything. I don't feel like I'll ever accomplish everything.
That's how I feel. Like that's all I can really say. I don't really feel it. Ain't nothing like no hooray or nothing. It's just like more work. That's how I look at it for real. I don't look at it like, I did it. I don't even know how I could. Because this ain't like, it's like once you get there, it's like, nah, this ain't it.
I'm not done.
Yeah, I'm not done. This ain't nothing. Like,
So what are some things that you got in mind, or things that you want to accomplish?
I want a plaque. I want a platinum plaque. I think when I get my first plaque, then it'll click a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I say that now though, but getting there, it probably be like, I got it, because you know we work there. It ain't like it's given to us, so we working for it. So it's the journey that we really embracing. So when we get there, it's like, you know,
not even done yet. Yeah, because I can attest to that, because I've had videos that surpassed 1 million, but that was my goal in the beginning, just get 1 million, and it was like, all right, no, this is not enough now. And I gotta push to get more.
When you hit your first million, how you feel?
It may have been one of the best feelings, not only because I knew that I did it myself, but everybody that doubted me started hitting me up like they believed in me when they didn't.
And they gave you that.
That I'm here, but you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, since I'm in my downtime and I'm figuring things out, how I want to move and make sure everything's good, I haven't heard nothing. But I'm okay with that, because I feel like when you hear nothing, that's when the best work comes out.
That's when the best work come out of you, because you got that dog in you.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it start to activate. Like, oh, I'm gonna prove you motherfuckers. Yeah, that's how I work too. I love it.
Yeah. So
no bullshit. I'm in that mode too though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
Same mode.
And when it comes to, because you mentioned like we both said, it's that hustle mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel like you have to hustle so hard?
Shit, cause I don't know. I just had a feeling since I was a child, like where I was supposed to be in life, and I just know, like, I studied a lot of greats, and then I just see, like, you know, what it took for them to get there, other than what we look at. You know what I'm saying? And shit, my mama, she a fucking bona fide hustler. That's all I seen growing up, was my mama taking care of all 7 of us. Like, no bullshit.
Nah, yeah, and then
plus extras.
Exactly.
Yeah, only her. We never had no stepdaddy, no father around, no father figure. I only seen her. So that's
she was standing on her own.
Yeah, and she always pushed me. Like, in high school, she made me learn how to cut her. I started making money in high school, so she always pushed like certain shit on me to always, you know, make more money. Always make more money.
Got you. Mm-hmm. And what is it like to have a role model like that growing up?
It's cool. Me and my mama, we, you know what I'm saying, we like this now, but at a point in time, it's like, it's 50-50, but she definitely one of the ones that definitely molded me, though.
Yeah, because I feel like, especially since, well, what I didn't get to ask yet is, so what age did you start making music?
Probably like 9. It's on YouTube.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was 9.
9 years old?
Yeah.
So like
when I first wrote my first rap, yeah.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah.
So like Lil RT?
I private it.
Or is he younger?
He younger than me.
No, he younger than you, yeah.
No. He was 9. Yeah, he 9, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I was 9.
Got you.
Yeah.
But I just find that, well, the reason I asked that is because, was your mother supporting you from that age as well, doing music?
Nah.
No?
Nah, they don't take this shit
serious
at that age. Like, when I was asking for the iLoc for Pro Tools, my grandma looked at me like, the fuck I'm finna buy that for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, nobody taking it serious. But I started, like, it was a way I was doing it. I said, can you buy me this? Like, I remember I asked my grandma for a laptop for Christmas. She gave me that little Aces. She was like this big. And she gave me, I asked my mama for, like, a Guitar Hero, because I told her I wanted to play the game, but I just wanted the microphone. So I took the mic from that. Then I just started putting my shit together.
So you were motivated, like, this was it. Like, it was music all day.
Yeah, like, swear to God, that's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when you were in high school, you were taking it pretty serious.
Hell yeah, I was SoundCloud heavy.
Gotcha.
No, not that serious, but I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was known in high school for, like, the high school was rapping my songs and shit. Like, yeah, I was just SoundCloud heavy at that time. I didn't really start taking it serious till after college. When I went to college and I realized that ain't what I wanted to do, that's when I really started taking it serious.
So did you finish college or no?
Hell no, I ain't even finished the first semester. I took that refund and bought a fucking car and never went back to class.
Gotcha.
Oh God.
And I feel like some people, like, when you have that passion, sometimes it's I don't want to say it's hard to pursue it, but like the society norm, right? When it comes to that, it's just like, go to college, do what you got to do. And you have that passion in the back of your head, but you're like, is this going to work? But you were like, fuck it. I'm about to go all in because this is what I really want to do.
Even now, is always is it going to work? I don't think that ever go away.
Gotcha.
Like, do you feel like, I know you feel like, is it going to work?
Nah, I feel that all the time.
It's never going to go away. I don't care what level you on. I heard people that's way past me say that shit. Like, it's really never going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just something you just got to love to embrace. Like, I think that will keep us going, because we want to see if it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, we could be confident all day, but at the end of the day, we know we like,
And I think it comes to a point where like for myself, I know I haven't been doing this for a year yet, but I know I put too much time in to stop now.
Yeah, hell yeah. I can't stop. That'll be a slap in the face. Like, too much work been done.
Exactly.
Yeah, too much work been done.
When do you feel like was a time where you were like, this is exactly what I'm doing and I'm doing it right? I guess your first accomplishment.
I remember it was when I had a job. I was making like side hustling at that motherfucker. I was making so much money, and then I think I had first stacked up my like $1,000. I was 17, finna turn 18. I stacked up my first $1,000 from working, and my mama lights had cut off. We was struggling. My mama lights cut off. She needed the money. I had the choice to either pay the fucking light bill or pay for a music video. And I chose the music video. She kicked me out. On my life, I got kicked out, bro. And I dropped that song, and then I started like getting the reaction like from the city that I needed. So that was like my real first. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, even making that song, like I remember I showed it to everybody, and we all sat down in the living room, and they said, "Yo, we finna make it out." Cause that's the first time I ever heard the real auto tune, bro. Like the real one, and my voice sounded completely different. I'm like, yeah, this is my shit.
This is the one.
Hell yeah, yeah.
And I gotta say, right, cause I always go and check out your music before I go and interview you, and I do want to say you do have a different sound.
Appreciate that.
I do enjoy the way that you make your music. I don't feel like it's made the same way that other artists are making it right now, and I do think you have a bright future ahead of you, for real.
Appreciate that.
I just sometimes I like for yourself, right? I've mentioned your accomplishments, but I don't ever feel like I get the opportunity to ask, what were those moments like? Because you went on tour, right? I don't think I've interviewed a lot of people that have been on tour the way that you've been on tour.
So you asked me how I felt on tour?
Like, how was that? Because was that one of your first?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
How was that like?
That shit was overwhelming. At first, it only got overwhelming like the last 3 days.
Gotcha.
But at first, it was nerve wracking. It's always nerve wracking. Like I always get like, mind you, we rehearsed like me and Tone was rehearsing. Me, Tone, the bus was rehearsing like 5 hours a day before the tour. Like, and you would think like you would have the confidence, to go perform. But shit, I'm thinking like after the 7th show, I'll be, in my groove. Hell no. You always nervous at that one little spot. You always nervous before you walk on the stage. But that shit fun though. It raised my confidence a whole lot, like to another level, like for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite places to tour at?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas, Chicago, and fucking Nashville. For sure.
Nashville? Why?
Yeah. Chicago because they were just the most teed, like the most teed. Like they was singing a song they ain't even know, but they was trying to learn it.
Yeah.
Then, he had stopped the beat and they was rapping the song. Like they don't know me from a can of paint though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's number one. Number two would be Dallas for sure. I had a lot of people like I knew there. A lot of people like that even knew me from way back, because Oklahoma close to Dallas, so a lot of people came out. And just for them to see me, like, kind of made me happy. And then, fucking Nashville. I say Nashville because the way I perform. Like, I wish if you dropped that fucking clip, bro. Like, before we was in the dressing room, they was giving me, like, this little pep talk. Like, you got it, go kill that shit, bro. I went out there, bro, and that shit showed for itself. Like, that was my best performance. Swear to God.
I feel like, I can't say, but those moments in time when you're on that stage, I feel like that nervousness goes away.
It leaves as soon as you walk on that stage.
Exactly.
It's just right before.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it's like you got to do what you came for.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then when you see the crowd fucking with you, you just like. That's why Chicago, when I was performing in there, and then I had told them like, put your middle fingers up in there and say, fuck you on the count of 3. Man, they yelled that. They blew the roof off the ceiling when they said that shit sent like chills through my body. Like I swear to God, that shit was so fun. That's like my best show. Like I think he just dropped the vlog too. You could see my reaction after the show. Like I knew that was it. I knew that was number one.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
And like, I apologize. I'm stumbling over my words. It's just it's great to see someone doing exactly what they were supposed to be doing.
Nah, facts.
Because there's hundreds and thousands of people that chase their dreams and don't even get close to touching. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's facts. I heard it a lot. Tone said that shit to me a lot, but I be overlooking it. You know, I overlook it. I feel like I overlook it, but you definitely right though.
Yeah. And what is it like again like to work with Toosii as well as NoCap?
It's cool. You know, like I said, that's why I said I feel like I was supposed to be here, but just like meeting them too is crazy to me because you know the way I be thinking artists it don't be the same when you meet them. Like Toosii was actually like down to earth, like cool as hell. Like yeah, like he taught me a whole bunch of shit. He gave me some knowledge too that I take on to this day. And NoCap, I ain't really bump heads like bump shoulders with NoCap like that though.
Got you.
But who else would it be? Lil Poppa cool. I was chilling in his dressing room a lot, and I actually got a song with Lil Poppa. And then you know I met Gunna.
Gunna for real?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I think I saw that. You posted it, right?
That shit was crazy. My first show ever, I opened up for him.
That's fire.
Yeah, and then we was just in the studio. He was just in that shit casually doing push-ups, and I'm like, nah, we gotta get that ZB. Yeah.
Nah, that's cool,
that
bro.
Shit's crazy.
And again, congratulations on all of that. What I do want to get into, right, is I do want to ask you, what is your favorite thing when it comes to being an artist?
Freedom.
The freedom?
Hell yeah. It took a long time to get to this point where I could really travel wherever I want to travel, but it was worth it for real. Like it's the freedom. But that's a gift and a curse though.
Yeah. Why you say that?
Because you could fall into the loop of getting comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't really got that I need to do it. That you lose that as you go up. Because it's like I don't really gotta worry about bills or nothing now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I be trying to stay on my shit. Sometimes I slip into that little comfortable spot here and there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What is one thing that you've implemented in your life, whether that's a word or an action, that you feel as if it's what really got you to where you are now?
Like a word.
A word, action, whatever.
I visualize a lot, like shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to visualize like how I want my life to be. Like I actually close my eyes and like feel it. Like bro, like the shows and shit with getting the light shows at every show. I actually like visioned that before and actually trick myself to feel it. You know what I'm saying? And it felt the same way when I was on the stage. So that's how I know like that's one of my strongest tools is visualization.
And I think that you bring up a good point because I've had a lot of artists say with being a little delusional, where like they're picturing it, it may not have happened yet, but you gotta picture it.
Yeah, you got to. You got to. In my head, it happened. It just ain't here yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it just ain't here yet.
Gotcha. So what I do want to ask is, how do you find the balance of doing everything in your life, from making music to, I guess, during the time of your touring, making music, rehearsing, you know, still talking to family if you were talking to family, just balance in life in general?
I don't know how I do it, bro. I don't know. It's probably one side that I ain't really thinking about right now that's probably lower than the other side. So
Gotcha.
I just say like whatever come to mind. You know, shit. My mama just told me like, you don't even spend time with us no more. I'm thinking like, yeah, I do, but I'm like, damn, it been like a month and a half. Like, my bad.
Yeah.
It slipped my mind. I just need reminders. But as far as me knowing how to do it, I don't think I know how to do it. I just do what's on my mind.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you live in the moment. You do what
I
you
live
know.
hell yeah.
Gotcha.
1,000%.
What do you feel like are some misconceptions about the life of an artist?
People think like this level I'm at, they probably think it's probably the world to somebody. But it's really like this the most part where, you know, you really got to figure it out. Like they don't be seeing like we still be figuring it out too. You know, I probably got enough for me and one other person. But as far as taking care of everybody, you know, they be thinking like you a fucking like you got $10 million, you just overly successful, like you could help them out every time. Yeah, that's about the only thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what I do want to go back and ask is, you mentioned early on in the podcast that that you've had your emotional moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with the emotions of like the things that could have happened in your life that didn't? Whether that's, you've had people who you've been close to pass away or end up on a route that you really wish that they didn't. And that's something that may be in the back of your mind as you go on every day.
Like how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like life is life. Like, and like how I came up, like how down bad we was. I feel like anything is an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no way I was supposed to be right here, right now. Like if I told you my life for real, it wouldn't make no sense. And just for me knowing like what I could make it out of, I know you can make it out of any situation, 1,000%. 1,000%. You just gotta put your mind to it. So, I could feel bad, but at the same time, it's like a lot of people be expecting something to fall out the sky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they think this shit a miracle, like this type of shit, like I be doing, but hell no, you put in a whole lot of work, a whole lot of it. That's it.
And I feel like a lot of people, like you said, they feel like instead of working, something's just gonna come to them.
They just
and
keep
that's never
wishing,
gonna happen.
hoping, and praying. But shit, you gotta go get it. That's how I feel. You just gotta go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the way I believe, because I believe in God, and I think praying is amazing, but praying, He's giving you the tools to go get it as well.
Yeah, I think people
Put it right in front of you.
Yeah, they look at praying like you begging for it. Like, man, hell no. I demand it. Like, that's how I feel, bro. I'm gonna get it. What I want, I'm gonna get for sure.
Yeah.
It might take a little time, but I'm gonna get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the way that I feel is He gives you the tools, but He's not gonna put them right in front of you. You have to go get them.
You gotta go get them. He want to see how much he want to test you, how bad you want it. Like,
Exactly.
you gonna sacrifice that shit? You gonna sacrifice like, that fun time, time with family. You want to sacrifice going out, buying bottles, clothes, like shit. I was doing all. I sacrificed everything. I ain't never have really no fun ever. That was something I never really had a problem sacrificing. Like, I ain't really start drinking till 23. Swear to God, it's my first time ever drinking was at 23.
Gotcha.
Literally, I ain't never really do no shit like that. I just always knew like what it would take to get here.
What advice would you give to an upcoming artist or somebody who hasn't touched a mic yet and wants to?
I'm kind of iffy with that, but if you gonna do it, man, make sure you do it, bro. Don't come in this shit for a check, bro. It's too many people that already is like here for a check, bro. And it just take away from the craft. Like, actually love it. And if you don't half-ass it, don't have no plan B, like go all the way with it. That's how I feel.
And what is it that you love about music?
That you can always get better. That's all I ever told myself as a kid. I just want to see how good I can get.
Gotcha.
That's it.
And do you feel like you pour your heart out into your music, or that people can feel what you're saying?
Hell yeah, I pour shit. Sometimes I be venting to myself. Like,
Yeah.
That's all I really be doing. I just be venting to myself and my stories, my experiences. Because everything is relative. So, you know what I'm saying? I might not went what you went through, but the same feeling resides. You know what I'm saying? The same thing you had to do to get out of that, I probably did the same shit to get out of my situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just one formula.
I feel like that's what happens with artists. A lot of artists see the studio as a therapy kind of session.
Yeah, it's like your diary. I like how Pizza had said, like, it's like his diary.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was hard.
Got you. And just to go back into, you living in Arkansas, right? So you said that you left around 15 years old,
yeah.
right? So you didn't complete high school in Arkansas.
Hell no, it would have been rap.
So you moved to
Oklahoma.
So what was the change of scenery like? Or because I feel like at an age of like 15, you move somewhere, you're kind of moving into with people who have lived there their whole lives, right? To Oklahoma, where you're not really used to it. You've been in Arkansas your whole life. What was it like from moving from Arkansas to Oklahoma?
Well, it wasn't like an instant. Like, we was always visiting though.
Okay.
Like for the summer and shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we was always visiting. So I already had grew accustomed to it. But I say like, man, when I went to that fucking school, I was like, this is high school musical shit. Like, for real, I thought I was gonna be at the table rapping and singing and everybody around me and shit. It did happen though, but it's like how I really imagined it. It wasn't exactly how it was, but that shit was crazy. I'm like, I'm in this big ass school, and I went to a college prep before. I was in a college prep school too when I was in Arkansas. That's when I left, and so I had to hang with all the seniors when I went to Oklahoma as a freshman. I was hanging with the seniors, so I was like, instantly like popular. Then I had the accent and shit, but the scenery change. It was definitely, I liked it better because I ain't had to be somebody I wasn't.
So you feel in Arkansas you had to
Hell
be
yeah,
something?
like
Why you say that?
cause like if I was raised anywhere else, I wouldn't feel like I need to get a gun at the age of 13. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like in Oklahoma, I ain't even like had no gun throughout the whole high school. I didn't need it.
Mhm.
I didn't feel like my safety was, tampered with or nothing. Like it was definitely built. I feel safer, so I
Got
ain't have
you.
to fake. I could actually be goofy
And be yourself.
Yeah, you could be yourself.
Got you.
Yeah.
And what does it feel like? Like you said, we talked about appreciation back when you were living in Arkansas, and for you to move from Arkansas to Oklahoma and kind of have a different outlook on life, because you said you didn't have to worry about your safety in Arkansas.
Mhm.
You did. What did that? Once you realized that you would no longer had to worry about your safety the way you did in Arkansas, what was that feeling like?
It felt good. I ain't even want to go back.
Nah.
No, I barely still go back.
Got you.
I go like once a year.
Got you.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about those memories of the giving out the yogurt and
Nah, you rekindled all those. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't even talked about that on no other interview or nothing. Like even with my mama taking kids in, I ain't talked about that nowhere else. On God, I literally forgot I was doing that shit. I swear to God.
For real?
I swear to God, it's my first time talking about it ever.
Got you. Well, I'm glad I could bring those memories
Real
back.
shit, you definitely did. I'm like, damn, I really used to do that shit. I remember everybody on the block too, and I just seen one when I went back. Like I seen one of them. I'm like, damn, he good to see. He's still alive.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't mean to say it like that, but
Yeah,
it's still
but-
like it's real. Like seeing. I'm like, damn, you still here? That's crazy. Like,
I just find it crazy because there's people, right, that live in areas that they've never experienced the fact that there's people that wake up every morning wondering if they're gonna make it out the next
bro,
day.
it's really like that though. Like, it's really like that, bro.
What insight would you give to somebody who just doesn't understand, like, what it is to actually go through something like that?
I just feel like people take life for granted. I just feel like a lot of people, we all do to a certain extent, but when you really see like, your close friends getting locked up or dying, that's your last memory with them and shit, like, it hit a little different when you waking up every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just think that people need to understand that the reason that some people live the way they live in, or that, like you said, there's 13-year-old young kids with guns, and it's not because they're trying to put on this persona of something
It's
they're not. They're just scared.
Like, yeah, because in reality, shit, that's why I said it was either you stand on some shit or you get ran over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Do you ever wish that, like,
Cause I never wanted to. I remember I used to tell one like, bro, I don't want to do this shit. Like, I don't want to go hit that lick. I don't want to go hang with them. Like, I don't want to do that shit. But we were still doing it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you ever wish that you could? Because this is a dream. I feel like I have this dream all the time, but it's not. It's impossible. Do you ever wish you could change the lives of some of the people that you were able to help, but you couldn't help to the extent of changing their complete lives?
Yeah, even the people like who crossed me, like I wish, like sometimes I be wishing, like I go back and look at our memories, like damn, we was really kicking it, like, and I was grinding, I was encouraging everybody, I was making everybody cover work, I was recording everybody, I was doing videos for the whole gang, I was pushing everybody, like I pushed myself, and it's just to see like, to get crossed, and I'm still like, I wish, it was different because I actually fucked with you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I definitely. I don't know how I feel about that though. I don't really dwell on it. It's just like it is what it is with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I definitely wish, we all wish it could be different.
Do you feel like the artist I like bringing up, just because I feel like he brings something that I feel like a lot of artists, I don't feel like, in my opinion, any artist has bring to the stage that he's at, which is Rod Wave, where he talks about real things.
Yeah.
He talks about people and their emotions and dealing with your emotions.
Hell yeah.
So I want to ask, do you feel like it's important to deal with your emotions?
Hell yeah, it is. Shit, I'm emotional as hell, and I don't give a fuck. Like, I tell somebody how I feel in a heartbeat. Like, sad, happy, nervous, whatever it is, I'm gonna say it. Like, it don't really matter to me. I like being vulnerable in my music too, as well, because it take a lot of courage to be vulnerable. It take a lot of confidence. You gotta really know yourself to do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it called? So what advice would you give for people to be vulnerable and to actually deal with their emotions?
I say start little. It just start little, like, start accepting. Because I don't think they accept it within they self first. I think they trying to trick they self, first. Like, you got to look in the mirror and tell yourself, like, so you got to touch base with yourself. That's all I say. You got to know how you really feel and what area of life you in, and accept it first. And be comfortable, sharing that with others. Because you never know what you'll learn from somebody, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
So the one thing that I do want to bring up on the little bit of brighter side, because I know that we got a little deep just right now. I talked about all your accomplishments so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one I want to dive a little deeper into, because I feel like maybe the little kid in you was a little excited, but getting your song on Madden 24.
I don't want to downplay it, but I won't really like.
But the reason I ask is because I know as a kid, you listen to the songs
I ain't never liked sports. Like, I hated sports games and shit, so it wasn't really like.
What games was you playing then?
I was playing like Grand Theft Auto heavy. Like,
so what would you do if
wrestling?
If like Grand Theft Auto, you was swiping through the radio and
that'd be crazy to me.
Yeah.
If I make Grand Theft Auto 6, yeah, I probably throw my controller at the screen. Yeah, but Madden is like I ain't gonna lie, when we made winning, I swear to God, we said this shit going on Madden, bro. We said
For real?
it. I'm glad we said it, bro. We said this a fucking football anthem song right here, and that shit got placed. I think Mario worked that move too though.
Got you.
Yeah, but it wasn't really like. They had to keep telling me, like, you don't know Madden is like one of the biggest games. I'm like, okay, like, all right.
Listen, not everybody, like, I wasn't a big football person if you go back, like, 10 years ago. Like, when I was a kid, I wasn't playing Madden. I was playing 2K. And, 2K.
Yeah, 2K, yeah, 2K, I was playing 2K.
Like,
now, if I landed on 2K,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, it probably would have been a little better, but as far as sports, give me a month, I'd probably be on Madden.
Listen,
because I'm betting.
Take some time, bro. And, GTA 6, they giving a release date in December. So if anybody in Rockstar see this, go hit up LG Malique or his management. We'll see what happens. But is there any artist that you have in mind that is someone that you wanted to work with, maybe since you were young or maybe currently?
No, not as far as work with.
Okay.
I'm kind of stingy with my music. I don't really care for features. But as far as meeting artists,
yeah,
it'll definitely be Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Because I don't think at a young age I appreciated what Lil Wayne brought to the table.
Be careful.
Yeah, I got when I was younger.
Be careful.
When I was younger, I was just like, I didn't really mess with the music. Now that I've actually been able to appreciate what artists bring to the table and just being such a great lyricist and being able to do amazing wordplay and change up his rhythm for different kind of songs, I do think he's definitely a legend in when it comes to artists.
Yeah.
So Lil Wayne is definitely someone you would want to meet one day.
I do, but then I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you say? I think I agree with you because I
I
think
want to
once
meet
you meet
Post
him,
Malone too, though.
okay,
Yeah, Post Malone.
that'd be fire though.
Morgan Wallen, fucking, and Luke Combs too.
I'm glad that you bring that up. Right. So, you Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
Arkansas. I'm guessing there was a lot of country.
No. No, that's something I just
now
got
look
into.
crazy.
I just got into that.
You just got into country?
I ain't know country was that good, bro.
Okay.
You got to get over the accent. Then after you get over the accent, the substance be there. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, they shit crazy.
Have
bro.
you heard of Shabuzi?
Nope.
Shabuzi? No.
Mm-hmm.
He just released a song called "Let It Burn." Pretty fire. If you ever want to check it out.
Shabuzi.
Right. I think he just started making country music because he was on Spider-Man's. He was on the Spider-Man movie album, the first movie.
For real?
Yeah, and he wasn't making country on there,
Oh.
but he definitely made a transition to country. I think he's just playing around with different country music.
I'm gonna check him out.
Would you do country?
I got country songs.
You got country songs?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
We do everything. Hell yeah.
Who's your favorite country artist right now?
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen, easy.
Easy.
Do you like his the songs he's had with Lil Durk? Or I think he has one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit hard. Broadway Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he got another one though. He made.
Yes.
Yeah.
On this recent,
Yeah.
not
I like
recent
Morgan
album,
Wallen
but
just as himself though. I like his song. I know his whole tape front to back. Like I put it on God. You could go to the playlist right now and click any song, and I sing that bitch word for word.
my sister would be bugging out right now. Her goal, like she tells me all the time, she wants me to get country artists on this podcast
For
one
real?
day. She's Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen.
It's a lot of bands too that's be hard as fuck too though.
I had this.
I just don't want to say their name wrong, but I definitely got them on my phone. Like,
there's one song that like I learned and I sing it. Like if you played it, I don't.
From Morgan Wallen?
No. You ever heard? I don't want to get copyrighted. Chicken Fried?
No.
No, it is mad country. It's because I lived in Pennsylvania for a little bit, so that's the only reason I know a little bit of country.
For sure.
But country's fire. Other than country, right? Have you ever? What is one music genre that you haven't touched on that you want to?
I don't want to make rock, but it'll definitely be rock.
Rock?
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck I come on a rock song. I wouldn't even go there. I wouldn't even go there. I did every other genre though. Like
You've done Spanish?
Nah, we was trying to. That's one. Spanish should be one. He's gonna show me a million artists. Is like he's like, yo, you got to do that. He was teaching me the little steps and shit like that.
The bachata or salsa?
Yeah, both of them. He was trying to show me like the different steps, like the 1, 2s and the 3s and shit.
Got
like
you.
that. Yeah, he was showing me that shit, and then I just got into Bad Bunny. So I just got into Bad Bunny.
Got you. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Other than that, so we are getting close to the end, right? What I do ask is I usually ask more advice as well as my ending questions. So the one piece of advice, well, if there is one piece of advice that you want to give to the world, what would it be?
That probably just like, this is your world. You know what I'm saying? Make it what you want it. Like, make it fun. Live life. Like, live life, bro. Do what you want. That's how I feel for real.
Got you.
It's your rules.
Got you.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is it that made you who you are today?
Probably what I believe in. I'm spiritual. What religion you in?
I'm Christian.
You Christian?
Yeah.
How y'all feel about spiritual people?
I have no problem with it. Like the way that I look at life.
Y'all don't look at it like, well, you just look at people for who they are.
I look for people who they are. I the way that I see things is there's I don't want to say a bad rep on Christian, but I believe that I believe that at the end of the day I feel like I'm okay with what everybody else is okay with, just because I'm happy that you're happy.
That's all I care about.
Exactly. Like I love what I love, you know what I mean? And I appreciate the fact that, you know, because I built my relationship with God after the fact of everything that happened in my life, right? Because I didn't believe, I knew of him, but I didn't know him, right?
Yeah, but you turned to him.
Exactly.
That's what helped you get
when I needed him, he was there. And every time that I've looked for him, because I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know if I've ever said this on podcast, this is probably the hardest year of my life. And I've had plenty of things been thrown in my face. My sister was diagnosed with epilepsy this year. My grandpa was diagnosed with cancer twice.
Damn.
You know, there's a bunch of things that's happened in my life, but I'll never question my faith, because he makes me stronger every day. I'm not about to cry right now. He makes me stronger every day. And I know that every time that I go to him, he knows I'm there because I want to be there. I'm not forced to be there. He knows that I love with the fact that he's going to give me the time that I have with my grandfather, because at the end of the day, we all have a time here, right? I don't get very much into God on the podcast because I know that there's people out there that don't believe.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
and I have no problem talking about him, but at the same time, it's not what my podcast is based around. It's what I'm based around. So if there's ever a conversation where like there's plenty of Christian artists I want to, Christian rap artists I want to interview, and I would love to talk about it in an episode, right? But when it comes to my faith, I believe that, well, for me, because everybody has a different belief, but for me, if you love what you love and you love what you believe in, that's what I believe.
That's how I feel. If it worked for you, then that's
exactly. Because if you're Muslim, if you're Catholic, or you just spiritual, I love the fact that we are different on this earth because God made us all different. We're supposed to be different.
Facts.
So that's what I believe in. But that was to me to answer your question.
Yeah.
Where were you going? So what was the reason for you asking me that question on spirituality? Am I okay with spirituality?
Because a lot of people they kind of look at it like witchcraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
But it's not that. Like,
it's the way that you believe in it. If you believe in the universe, you believe in the universe. Everybody believes in something.
It's all the same thing though. Like I feel like
it comes down to it in some way, because you mentioned God as well. Like you mentioned God at the beginning.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of things that get put into it. I think that people just don't look at it the right way.
You gotta think, bro. Like even a group, like like you say, your relationship with God, like you got a whole bond with God that somebody else think it's all different. You know what I'm saying? So really, we all believing in our own thing. You know, kind of in a way, because like you and your guy got like a real strong bond. Somebody else, you know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's all the same thing. I feel like it can never all just, you know.
And I think that's the beauty in it. God would, if God made us all the same, then there would be no arguments. There would be no differences for us to talk about. Like there's different cultures, there's different people.
Facts,
different people
facts,
look different.
Facts.
I think that's the beauty in it. Honestly, I think it's just beautiful to be different from everybody.
I'm the same way though. Like whatever works for you, that's all that matters. I really look at it, if you're a good person, like that's all I care about for sure.
Exactly. But to continue on, these are my ending questions, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and ask the first one. What is it that wakes you up every morning, maybe even keeps you up at night to do what you do?
Growth. I'm addicted to growth, bro. Like I feel like I'm career oriented. Like that's all I care about is growth. Like, yeah, I want to see how much I can accomplish in a day. Probably, I'm always checking my stats or what I should have done or something. Yeah.
Got you. What is the message that you would give to your future self? As if he was watching this 5 years down the line.
You got us out. Oh God, you got us out. You did it, shit. That's about it.
The one question I want to ask, I've been implementing. This is a new question I've been implementing. What is one thing you feel like the world needs to hear?
Everything gonna be okay. Simple. It's that simple.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Last but not least, what do you want the world to know about LG Malique?
I'm coming. Oh God. Me and Chris coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to say that bond, the bond that y'all had, Chris talked about. I don't know if we talked about it on camera, but I know off camera, the bond that y'all have.
Yeah, I don't even like engineers though. No bullshit. Cause I know how to mix my own songs.
Okay.
So I grew up recording myself, but he was the one that really knew what the fuck he was doing. So he sucked, but he, you know what I'm saying? He the best one that I met.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
I fuck with Chris though.
Got you. Last but not least, the podcast is now over. If there's anything that you want to say, anything you got going on, anything at all that you want to say.
Man, I'm finna drop a song called Like You. That shit going crazy right now. I need all the pretty girls to make a video to it, and you will be in a music video, so get to it right now. That's about it. You seen that post?
I don't think I've seen that post.
You gotta go check that post out, bro.
I got you. I'll check it out right after this. Other than that, is there anything else you want to say?
Nah, that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
Remember everybody to go check out LG Malique on all his platforms. But this is the Community Pod. If you're listening on YouTube and watching on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your favorite part. Put up post notifications so you never miss a future episode. And audio platforms. I appreciate everybody that's listening around the world. Each and every single one of you mean the world to me. If I could say thank you in every single language that you all speak,
Facts.
I would.
Facts.
But all I can do right now is thank you. I promise I'll be learning. But if you could leave a review to let me know what you think about the podcast, I love reading your comments, and it's the only way I can read your comments. So please leave a review. Other than that, this is the podcast. If you're new here, welcome to the Community Pod, and we're out. Peace.
How the fuck you be remembering all your questions like that? Or you just go off?